We're talking about things that dad should model for their children. What should they see in you as their dad? What kind of life are you living? And having this conversation with us is the one, the only Willie Kinyash. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Willie, you know you've never told me, are you a dad?
Yes, I am.
You keep mentioning wife. Wife tunamjua sana.
I'm a dad of two lovely girls.
Okay.
One is called Ruhama Wendo, and the other one is Rehema Wendy.
Oh.
Yes.
So you're also creative.
Yes, I am.
I think that's really nice.
Yes.
Those are beautiful names.
Yes.
They were very intentional and purpose.
Very intentional. Wendo is love.
Yes.
Wendy is will.
Yes.
Rehema is mercy.
Yes.
Ruhama is loved, means loved by God.
Oh, wow. Sawa, Baba
Wendo. Baba love.
Yes.
Yes.
We are talking about things that dad should model for their kids, the
Yes.
things that we should see. And sometimes it's not, we don't always see the good. Sometimes you'll grow up in a place where unashanga, do I even have a dad? And some are trying, but then what are some of the things that dads should be able to be like, show and be, nikiulizwa nasema, baba yangu
Yes.
alisema, alifanya, nilikuwa naona.
Yes.
What are some of those things?
This is one topic I really love handling. I normally do premarital counseling, and this is one of the topic we always handle in those classes.
Yes.
And allow me to start by saying that as we model or we want to be role model to our children, we must strike balance.
Okay.
There must be balance. Whatever we are doing, we need to have a balance, because at times, especially with the 21st century parents, there is a way we were brought up us with a lot of problems and struggles and hardships that now we want to show a lot of love to our children to a point we are spoiling them. Okay. And so we must have a balance as we become good role models to our children, as we become good examples to our children. We must have that balance of love, and we have limits that we need to show them. I can provide for you anything you want, but sometimes before I provide, I'll give you some break. You don't just ask and right there you have it.
Yeah.
You see, because the moment we do that, we are training these children. Every time she or he needs something, automatically anafaa kuwe nayo.
Yeah.
Then he gets of age, he becomes of age, and when he goes out there
to the world,
and the world is harsh, they start entering into depression, because the way they have been raised, they know nikiitisha kitu hapo hapo. But now the world is opposite, right opposite. You go out there, you ask for something, you're told, work for it. If you want to have this, work for it. And that is not the kind of lifestyle they are used to. And so in a way, we must have balance.
Okay.
And as we talk about role models, I must say this. The number one model to your children should be the father.
Okay.
And so the father is the most powerful role model every kid should have. And so before they come and start saying Willie Kinyashi is my role model and the other people out there, they need to start seeing their father.
Before saying Obama.
Yes, before you start saying Obama, before you start saying this and that, they should see you. But there are some things we need to do so that now we can become good role models. Number one, we must walk the talk.
Okay.
Children are very good. They don't do what we ask them to do, but they do what they see us do. Yes. So don't tell him smoking is bad and taking some bitter drinks is bad. And you yourself, you're taking. They will do that which they see you do. They are very good. Somebody said that children are good. They memorize scriptures, but as adults we memorize troubles.
Allah.
And so we should memorize good things. And so we should walk the talk. Whatever you are asking your kid to do, can you be there? Number one, you are the one who is doing them. Don't tell them to go to church and you on Sunday wanakuacha hapo una watch football.
Uko na hangover.
Go with them. Walk the talk.
Okay.
What are you doing? Before you say it, they are reading. you know, they say action speaks better than words. And so what kind of action are you taking as a father?
Okay.
You want this guy to be a role model. You want this young girl to be your role model. This boy to be your role model. But what are you doing? Are you spending nights at clubs and you come in the morning? Because if that is what you're doing, that is what your son is learning.
Yeah.
That men, ukioa, you're supposed to go out and cup in the morning. So what kind of example are you setting to your boys? Number 2 is love. Love. We must show love to our children. When we show them love, we are showing them, or we are telling them, it is okay to be emotional. You know, there's this notion that we have that boys should not cry.
Kangumu.
Kaa ngumu, mwanaume hali. So you enter into a room, a girl anaanguka chini, and everybody is like, oh, mami pole, mami pole.
Umekaa hivi.
Kaboy kaanguke, you try to cry, wewe, wanaume haliangi.
It's such a sad state of affairs.
What are you telling them? That they should not show emotions. And so when they grow up, they get married, they can't show emotions to their wives. And so as fathers, we must show love to our children. When we show them love, we are telling them it is okay to show emotions. It is okay to be emotional. It is okay to be a man. And so we need and we must show love to our children. Before they go out there and be shown love by other men out there, we should be the first people showing them love. As fathers, we need to show love to our girls. Before they go out there and some men, they start telling them, I love you. Because when you show love to that girl, you can be sure when that man goes out there and anaanza kumwambia sijui I love you, this girl knows my daddy loves me.
But I know what kind of love, what love really is, and this is not love, whatever you're saying.
And now, when I talk about showing them love, we actually, this should bring us to the third thing, that is spending time with our children.
Okay.
Because you cannot love them and yet you don't spend time with them. And psychologists will say there are 9 minutes which are very important in every child's life.
9 minutes.
9 minutes
Ganizo.
every day. The first 3 when you wake up in the morning.
Okay.
The first 3 minutes when they wake up in the morning, be there and speak positive things to them. The other 3 minutes when they come back home or when you come back home. Okay. The first 3 minutes, they are very important. Asking them, how was your day? How is it going? You see? And the last 3 minutes when they are going to sleep.
Okay.
Speak to them. 3 minutes. So 9 minutes, which are very important in every child's life. And so as fathers, we need to have these 9 minutes. So maybe you can say, I don't have that 1 hour. I don't have 10 hours. But at least you can have 9 minutes every morning when you wake up. Go and talk to them. Do not allow your house girl is the one who is taking the first 3 minutes to speak to your kids and she's complaining to them, wewe nashinda hapa nikikuita na hauamiki, wewe sijui nini. You see? So be there.
Yes.
Go, wake up, go there. Maybe sometimes you might find maybe you go early. You are not able. But at least when you come back, make sure that you have time with them. Before they go to sleep, make sure that you have time with them. And so we need to spend time with our children. Sometimes because we say number 2 is showing them love, and you are saying that the kind of love that will be shown out there is not the same. But now you see, when you spend time with them, you'll be able even to have an open conversation with them. You can even start talking with them about the issues concerning relationship. As early as 4 years, it is okay to start talking to your girls about relationship.
4 years?
Yes. Okay. They need to know as early at that age, because sometimes we shy away. We don't want to talk to them. And so when they go out there, they'll be taught some things that you are going to regret later. So we can spend time with our children. We should not be strangers to our children.
That 9 minutes, 9 minutes ni 9 minutes.
Yes, kidogo sana. Hata si 10.
9, hata tujafika 10.
Yes.
Kama umekuwa ukifollow hii conversation, please send in your feedback. What kind of relationship do you have with your dad right now? Would you say that he's your role model? What are some of the things that you learned as a man from your dad that you're carrying on? in your relationship, in your marriage right now. 4441111 That is our SMS line. It's just going to cost you $1 for you to send in that SMS. We'll be looking into all of your questions when we come back with Willie Kinyash after this break. Welcome back to Full Circle with Rikali. We're talking about the things that dads should model for their kids. What are some of the things that your dad modeled for you? What are some of your experiences with your father? Would you say he is your role model? Are you taking the lessons that you learned from him into your relationship, your life, your marriage right now? Share that with us, 111 and we'll be looking into that. And some of the things that we've already established is walk the talk. Yes. Everything you do, they're watching, they will do it, and they do not take in a lot of what you say, but what you do. Love them, spend time with them.
Yes. And number 4, your attitude.
Okay.
Negativity breeds negativity. Positivity breeds positivity. And so, even in difficult moments,
yes,
you should always be positive. You should not start crying before your children, even when things are hard. Yeah? They are saying that earth is hard.
Earth is hard.
Hata ikikuwa hard aje. You must be positive. You know, when you go out there to other men,
yes,
you can start maybe speaking some of these negative things.
Yes.
But as long as your kids are there, you must remain positive.
Okay. Even
when nothing seems to work, you must remain positive. When you do that, there is something you are training them that sisi hatujui kushindwa ni nini.
Yes.
But the moment you start crying in front of them, my friend, watalia vizuri kukuliko. They can be good in crying than you. And so we must remain positive at all times. When you lose your job, you must remain positive. When you don't have that school fees, you must remain
positive.
Fees. Even that time they come with that cannot that they should not go to school tomorrow. You must remain positive and tell them, no, it is okay. You'll go to school. So do not start crying there and telling, oh, sasa watoto wangu mtafanya nini?
Mutafanya nini?
You don't do that.
Yes.
You need to be a good role model to them by breeding positivity, by thinking positivity, by being positive. At no given time, you should never be negative. Always be positive. You see? And the other thing is forgiveness.
Okay.
You know, and I want to start by, when you talk about forgiveness, it is both from your kids and you. When they do something wrong, can you forgive them? And when you forgive them, do you really mean it? Okay. Because there are some men who will forgive their kids, alivunja TV, ama aligonga gari yake na mpira.
But akikuja ameanguka mtiani, unamkumbusha venye TV alivunja.
Wewe hata ndio maana unaanguka. Kazi yako ni kucheza huku hata ulivunja TV. So when you forgive, forgive and forget.
Yes.
So are you able to forgive them? Because when you forgive them, you are training them that when even teachers out there, when the people out there, they do something wrong to them, it is possible to forgive. Because this is something I have learned from my father. That there are times I have wronged him and he has forgiven me. There are times I have done something wrong. There are times I have seen my sister do something wrong and my father forgive her. And so there is something they are learning from you. Okay. And then now we come to the other side. When you, as a father, you wrong them, do you seek for forgiveness from them? Yes. Do you tell them, I am sorry? Ama unasema, I am the man?
That's a rare occurrence, especially during our time. I think things have changed now. I think so.
Yes.
But it was rare for a parent to be like, I am sorry.
Yes, it was rare.
It was very rare.
And you see,
mlikuwa mnasonganga ni kama hakuna kitu imehappen. Wewe unajuanga tu uko right.
Yes. And now you see, as you're saying it used to be rare,
yes.
You see, this is something we picked up from our parents.
Yeah.
And so, as you're saying that today it is not the case, there are people who are still there. because this is something they picked up from their fathers. Mimi sijawahi sikia baba yangu akisema pole. Mimi ni nani niseme pole?
So you're not saying pole, but you...
Na umekosea. Wewe ndio umekosea. But you don't want to say that I am sorry. So you can say, when you wrong their mother,
yes,
do you ask the mother, do you tell the mother, I am sorry? Because they are listening. Remember we said we need to walk the talk.
Yes.
You see? And so they are watching you. If they don't see you asking their mother for forgiveness, they are learning. So what are you training them? What kind of a model are you becoming if you can't say, I am sorry to their mother? And they are watching and they love their mother.
Yeah.
You see? So forgiveness is very key. And we must model this to our kids. If we want to see them become responsible people, we must model forgiveness into their lives. When the world there becomes harsh, they can forgive people out there easily because this is something they have picked from their parents.
Okay.
And the next thing
Yes.
is protection.
Okay.
In our days, sijui wewe, but in our days, tulikuwa tunaenda shule. Unasikia tunaambiana, baba yangu anaweza chapa baba yako. They believe that hakuna mtu yeyote duniani
anaweza chapa
baba yako. Hakuna yeyote. And so, these kids, they are looking up to you when it comes to protection. And so, are you showing protection to your kids? And there's something I always tell people.
Yes.
Even when your kids wamefanya kitu mbaya huko nje, you don't go and you gang up with people out there and you start beating
your child.
No. You need to protect him. You need to protect her. But now, when you go home, nawambia kuja hapa.
Vietnam.
Yes. But you don't go out there and gang up with people. Mchape mtoto wako. You need to show them protection.
Isn't that a contradiction of how we grew up? Yenye ulikuwa unakutana na mama Njeri kwa kona huko.
Anakwambia.
Anakuchuna.
Tutaonana.
Nimekupata ukifanya tabia mbaya. Unapura maembe ya wenyewe. Anakudiscipline hapo kabla ende akakuseme.
Let me say this. There's kitambo. And people need to understand there's difference between punishment and discipline.
Okay.
At times, we think we are disciplining our children, but we are punishing them.
Okay.
When you are disciplining your child, you must make sure that this child knows why you are doing that. Ninakuchuna kwa sababu ya hii na hii na hii. Unaona? And so you can do that. So we need to differentiate between punishment and discipline. When it comes to discipline, unamtengeneza. And so when you discipline this girl or this boy, hata kuchukia, utamchuna alie after 3 minutes, he'll come running to you. Because hata yeye anajua. You see, you make sure that you are telling this kid, I don't hate you. I love you. And that's why I am doing whatever I am doing. There is something wrong I want to remove from you. But before to talk about it, we were talking about protection.
Yes.
And so we must protect our children.
Yes.
We are as the men, we are supposed to protect our families. When people rise against us, we need to be there and protect our families. And also protection, we can also talk about the issues of security.
Yes.
Mlango inagongwa usiku unaambia mama Kamau akaangalia ni nani hao. You are supposed to stand as a man and offer protection, offer security to your family. Go there. When these kids grow up, they will know, as a man, I am supposed to protect my family. I am supposed to protect my kids.
Yes.
You see? But when we don't do this, that's when now we bring a contradiction. That when these boys grow up, they are not sure what they are supposed to do. Because they didn't see that.
Yeah.
Mlango ilikuwa inabishwa, anajua ni mama yao anaenda kuangalia. Mzee ako chini ya kitanda. We must rise up as men and protect our families.
Children.
And when we do that, we are teaching our children something which is very, very important.
Chanikwambie, Willie Leo, did you start off this conversation saying this is one of the conversations I love? Undisputed. We have a bit of feedback here. Hello Mikali, ni Glory from Bamburi, show iko tu sawa, good vibes and encouragement early in the morning, na appreciate sana. Mikali na Kijasha, habari ya asubuhi. Mzuri kabisa. Mine is a bit sad because my dad wakes up every day to remind me how much he wants to kill himself. But sini life. Nkadha from Nairobi.
It's sad.
Very.
It's sad because we have talked about the 9 important minutes
Yes.
for every child.
Yeah.
And so we have also talked about the positivity and negativity.
Yeah.
And you see, this is something negative. And so as a parent, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you tell your child is how you're going to kill yourself. You're feeding him or her with wrong information. Because that, you can be sure, that child, that day will not be okay for him or her. Because ataenda akijiuliza, kwani baba yangu anajua? Ni nini imefanyika? And now that is negativity breeding negativity.
Yeah.
And so this child will not be fully production. He will not be able to
focus that day.
Yes, that day. You're bringing in confusion. You see, this child cannot be able to concentrate. And so this girl or this boy will go to class, but ako tu hapo tu. Hata mwalimu ako pale hakuna kitu anasikia.
Yeah.
Because at the back of his or her mind, anasikia nataka kujiua. Baba yangu nataka kujiua. You
Maybe
see?
Nkadha can try and get help if he's willing to go get some help.
Yes. It's very important.
Yeah.
You need to see a counselor.
Yeah.
So that you can speak out some of these things.
And you're in Nairobi.
And
tupatia ile namba yenye tunafaa kukureach,
yes,
just in case.
You can call 0731 727576.
Okay.
0731 727576.
Nkadha, let's see if you can get that to get help.
Yes.
Maybe there's something bigger
going
on as well.
True.
Hi. Ata siezi, I can't imagine. Leo mtoto wangu akienda shule alisema mimi simpendi daddy.
Why?
Yeah, maybe we need to. And sometimes, let me just, I don't know. Sometimes, me remember, nikiwa punished probably because staki kuenda shule, ama nataka, ninasumbua hapo asubuhi and I'm leaving, and mom is always like doting and loving, and dad is stern and saying you have to go to school, na nikoko kindergarten, and I mean, you know, like it doesn't really, I don't think it really means pendi. Maybe you can tell us more about
that's why I've asked why.
Yes.
Because we need to know why.
Why?
Is it maybe dad is speaking negative words to this guy? Is it maybe he don't have time for them? Because this can make this girl to hate the daddy.
Yeah.
Because my dad ananga time na sisi. Yeye ni kuamka kwenda hata hatumuonangi.
Yeah.
You see, so why?
Okay. Why?
Yes.
Please get back to us with that if you can. Hi, Kalina Willy Kinyash. Jina Kinyash by imekwama. My question is, what if your dad passed a long time ago, kiwa mtoi mdogo, and so the mother takes control? What is she supposed to do? Because mimi sijawahi kuwa na father figure in my life.
Yeah, I get you. And I think it is responsibility of the mother to bring in someone who is responsible and who can be able to be a father figure to this kid, because the mother has brothers and cousins, and so she can look for one man who is responsible, a man who has a good reputation, because again, you don't just bring any man, because there are some men you can bring into life of your kid, and right there his or her life is spoiled. So someone who have a good reputation, you can come and introduce this man to this child, and they can be able to work together. This uncle can work with this child, and through that he'll be able to nurture this child, and now this child would have the father figure. So it is okay for the mother to look for a person who has a good reputation to work
the journey of being the father figure
yes.
into her life. I grew up in fear of my dad and not for any reason, but he was strict. So when I grew up, I came to understand, and we had a good relationship. I thank God. The man I'm married to, he speaks positive things about the kids who are yet to come. I believe they will be proud of him as I am proud of my dad. And there's also that confusion or misunderstanding where dad is stern, dad is straightforward, dad is anakutakia mazuri, but when we are young ama tukiwa kwa ile adolescent age, we don't see it that way. So you're constantly angry, umpendi, ananikatia.
You see, we talked about showing love to your children, and you see, at times the reason why sometimes you'll find some kids who say baba yangu ni mzii, anatukatia, ni mtiaji, ni mbaya. One, because maybe you want, of course, every parent wants good things to happen to their children. And so, as you're coming out to give them discipline, I say that it is okay to let them know why you're doing that.
What you're doing.
So when you're telling them, sitaki ni kuone mkitembea na nani, mwambie ni sababu gani.
Yes.
Unajua, usiseme tu na kutoka leo sitaki kukuona na Mwikali.
Ni kuone.
Yes. Mwambie kuja hapa. Mimi sitaki kukuona na Mwikali kwa sababu ya 1, 2, 3. But when you just say sitaki kukuona and you stop right there, of course ataona huu ni mtu mbaya sana.
It doesn't make sense to me.
And so it is okay to allow our children to come and we reason together. You see?
Yes.
So do not just be there and be strict and you don't allow your kids to come and talk to you.
Yes.
And so they fear you. That when you say something, even when it is something they are feeling it is not right, they can't ask questions.
Yes.
Why are you doing this, that?
Things have changed now. I see kids asking questions. But ulikuwa unapatiwa macho back in the day.
Yes, back in the day.
Unajijibia, unajiuliza.
And that's why now we are speaking to today's
parents. Yeah.
Yes. So it is okay to give your kids time to express themselves.
Okay.
Because the moment we fail to do that, even when they go to school, they can't even express themselves to teachers.
That is so
true. A teacher will come, anamfinyilia, but hawezi ongea kwa sababu hivyo ndivyo amnyonyeshwa nyumbani.
Tuna dakika moja wili.
Tuko na dakika moja.
Moja dakika. I'll try go through these SMSs as fast as I can. Hello, Mikali. My dad always told me to love and respect my future husband, and it's really working for sure because fights are really not our portion. It's Perpetua from Kasarani. Those are the positive conversations we were talking about earlier. Hi, Mikali. This is a very great topic. I wish people, especially these days, will understand the importance of having a personal dad, not dad wa everybody. It makes... especially ladies have a confidence even to love. I tell you, I have and I'm still struggling. I wish my dad was there. I feel he failed me big time, making me take his place as I had to sacrifice my life for other siblings. Only God can help. And maybe with this SMS, you can give us your parting shots. Ukimjibu.
Yes. Let me start by saying that as men and as fathers, we also need to have good manners. When we have good manners, we are showing our kids how to live a good life out there. And when I talk about good manners, when you're talking about women as a man, what do you say?
Yes.
Do you say that wanawake hawana akili? Wanawake, what kind of words do you use when you're talking about women? When you're talking to their mother, what kind of words do you use?
Okay.
We need to have manners and choose words that we speak when our children are around. Because they are learning from us.
Absolutely.
We need to be good dads.
Great.
Yes.
That number one last time.
Yes.
Really. And social media.
Yes. You can reach me through 0731 72 7576. 0731 72 7576.
Asante sana.
Social media, Willy Kinyash.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick commercial break right now to pay our bills. We'll be right back. This is Full Circle with Mikali.